All right, well, I'm Louis Tapia. I went to Wasson High School. About 2.5 years ago, I made a pretty bad decision. Ended up getting put in the back of a cop car, getting ticketed, ended up at court.
My name is Bree McIntosh. I initially started teen court because I had come in as a defendant. My mom and my dad were both very mad. They were the quietest I have ever seen them. They told me they were disappointed. They weren't mad. They were just disappointed.
The vast majority of kids that get in trouble don't need court intervention. They simply need to learn that what they've done impacts the community. All we really need to do is get a hold of them and let them know that, as I say, they're members of a community, their actions have community consequences, and we can do that through intervention with their peers in teen court. That's a very, very successful way to do it.
Teen Court's a fabulous and effective program. It teaches kids responsibility, it teaches them accountability, and it holds them accountable for their actions at the same time.
I pled guilty to my charges.
So we showed up to teen court, didn't really know what to expect at all.
When a young person first comes into teen court, very often they're scared, they're nervous, they're worried about what's going to happen. We try very hard to help them understand that this is a restorative process. We're going to help them get through this and move on with their lives.
Our peer panels consist of between 4 and 6 trained volunteers, and our kids will invite the defendant in and speak to both the defendant and the family.
The trials are reserved for the more serious cases. The trials are conducted in a formal courtroom setting in front of a real municipal, county, or district court judge who volunteers with us. We have trained teen student attorneys who conduct the defense and prosecution arguments, and they each sit with a real lawyer from here in town.
I'm Andrew Vaughn. I'm 28 years old. I started in Colorado Springs Teen Court in high school. A lot of times it's the police officers telling them what they did wasn't right. It's the parents telling them what they did wasn't right. It's me as a district attorney telling them what they did isn't right. But in the teen court process, they're actually having their own classmates, their own kids, their friends, people they go to school with, telling them that this is not okay. And I think it's particularly powerful when you take into account who the jury's made up of. It's made up of other kids who've been through the teen court process.
When the kids come in and they're given the chance to help a complete stranger, another peer, and the fate of that child is put in their hands, they literally turn into 12 angry men. They take everything into account. Some of them even use their experience with their sentences when coming up with a sentence for the defendant on trial.
Part of the sentence was for this young woman to stand up in open court and apologize to her parents. As regular as that sounds, the power of that moment for the apology from daughter to parents was palpable in the courtroom and was a great example of why this program works.
My name is Joey Cush, and right now I'm a second-year attorney. I started with teen courts in about, I would say, 11 years ago. This program allows all teens to realize that there's something else out there, that there's a new beginning for those teen defendants. For the teen attorneys, it means there's something that they're contributing to society. They are giving back to their community by being here and assisting others.
It's the best opportunity that you could ever have. I mean, not very many students get a chance to be an active part in someone's life like this.
I love Teen Court. I think it's an awesome program. I was amazed when I came into the interview and found out that the reoffending rate is 4.4%.
I like how it helps people and how it helps both the volunteers and the defendants.
Everything that I knew about being a good leader I learned here at Teen Court. I've seen teens from this program succeed, and it helped me as a high school student succeed.
My name is Carrie Schmidt. John Kistler and I developed all the restorative justice programs for Teen Court.
We're predicated on the fact in Teen Court that people can rehabilitate, people can change, and people can be accountable. So from the spirit of restorative justice practices, I can't think of a better program than Teen Court.
We do it so that when they finish with us, they realize what the consequences are of making a mistake like this again on everyone, not just themselves.
I'm Detective Andrews, and I work with the Colorado Springs Police Department, and thought that maybe I could be an assistance by sharing my life story with them as a troubled juvenile back in my day. And from there, they worked hard and developed this program that's called Empower now. I think this whole program is so beneficial. I actually wish there was more kids that would come through this. I think we're just skimming the surface here.
The next class that Colorado Springs Teen Court hosts is the Community Impact Panel. This class is a panel of loss prevention officers, store managers, anyone that's dealing with theft in their stores.
I'm Ron McCarthy. I work for APHIS. I'm a loss prevention associate. Actually, most of our shoplifters tend to be teens, so we jumped on the opportunity to come down and see if we could help our young offenders. I realized I was making a difference pretty much after the first panel. I always saw the beginning of a youth gone bad, if you will. So by coming to teen court, I get to actually talk to teenagers and I feel give them some guidance.
Teen court has one of the best recidivism rates as I've seen out of any other programs as a DA.
It holds them accountable and responsible at an appropriate level, but it keeps things off their record. So later it doesn't affect their ability to go to higher education. It doesn't affect their ability to get jobs because there's nothing on their record.
Not many kids are given the opportunity for a second chance, and we are their second chance, but we need help.
We have to find our own sources of funding every year.
Most of our kids that come through our program are from low and very low income families. We scholarship all that they do.
We don't want to turn anyone away because of funding.
If you can put somebody through teen court at minimal cost and never have them offend again, it's a big victory for the community.
$1 now is going to accomplish what $1,000 will 6 years from now if one of these kids have to come see me down the road.
This program can't succeed without people giving donations, volunteering their time, and helping out. And the rewards they get back from dealing with the youth and knowing they're making a difference in not only this kid's lives, but every kid who participates in this program. They're making a huge difference.
They gave me pretty much like a second chance. It was like a second chance. It felt great.
It's something that has really helped everyone that I've known that's gone through teen court.
It just made me realize the type of person I wanted to be, and it just made me feel like I could help other troubled teens just like me.
Teen court was definitely the best thing that's happened to me.